What's up, everyone? Happy Scorpio season. I hope you guys had a great Halloween. I had a fun Halloween. I'm so happy you're back. Welcome to Fortune Teller TV. This is the general reading here. I'm shuffling. I just got the Eight of Wands. And we're following that up with the Fool. This could be for somebody who's been experiencing a lot of restriction of movement with that Eight of Wands. Not really being able to go where they want to go, kind of feeling like where they have to. But now we're disappearing into a phase of now you're going to be doing what you want, kind of optimistically. The Fool is the first card in the journey and kind of has a lot to do with blind optimism and fun. The Fool actually has some fun, so after being held up in obligations when you really just want to go for a ride, the Fool's kind of here to tell you, well, it's time to start anew on this journey. It's time to be playful again. This also could be related to fire signs. The Fool, represented by Aries, very much first house energy, very much the beginning of the journey. Eight of Wands as well. Wands is ruled by fire, so this could be for you, or if you have a lot of fire energy in your chart. Let's see where else that Fool's going after being freed up. Not so much restriction on the movement. Ooh, Four of Pentacles. Now, I'm sensing someone's gonna start reprioritizing their coin. If you've been kind of spending really randomly lately, now you're gonna kind of hold your money close and spend with more intention, which is good because, you know, abundance is a flow, currency is a flow, so if you can do what you do with more intention and not just kind of spark energy out everywhere, then more intentional energy can come back to you, if that makes sense. So where else are we going? Judgment. So with the Four of Pentacles, I also sense someone, maybe you've been stingy, not just with monetary energy, but with yourself. Or if you haven't been, maybe you're going to be realizing you only have so much energy to give. It's never anything personal. It's just a matter of we only have so much in our cup before we have to go refill it. So where that Judgment card is coming in, I'm really just sensing you're making real opinions about the things that you're doing with your life, the people who surround you, and you're raising your standards about how you spend your time. Maybe not just letting time bleed, maybe not just letting yourself eat anything or spend hours doing anything, but making a true judgment about what you want to do. And this is down that same journey that the Fool is going down. You know, you're free, so now you're figuring out how you actually want to live and using more discernment with your money, with the Four of Pentacles, and just with all life decisions with that Judgment card. And that's two major arcana, so a lot of strong energy on this journey. Where else are we going with this? Let's see, we've got the reversed Ten of Swords. This is what real healing feels like. You know, this is after the stitches fall out because you've finally gotten over something kind of difficult. The last straw was hit, and now, you know, there's no more battle, there's no more battle wounds, there's no more kind of grudge scars. You're fine. You know, you were hurt, but you're fine, so. And this is also right under that Eight of Wands. So whatever was making you feel restricted before, however that traumatized you or scarred you, that's gonna begin to fall away. You're you're confident again, you're comfortable again. Reverse Nine of Pentacles. So typically upright, Nine of Pentacles carries a message of abundance and kind of financial independence. But in our reversal, we can see this might have something to do with financial interdependence and linking up with new people who you'll be able to sort of collaborate resources with, new people paying you. I think part of financial independence is, sometimes it can be a little closed system. Maybe that's when you have it all figured out, but while you're kind of on this uptick after maybe some financial restrictions with that reversed Eight of Wands, you've got this sort of mixing and mingling of new people who, maybe it's clients or just new people who are able to pay you for your services. So it's like a healthy type of financial interdependence, because while the money didn't just come out of thin air, it's definitely coming from certain new grounded connections. It is very much helping you with your financial independence, helping you to pay bills and just manifest more abundance. And maybe it's a warning too from a diagonal from that Four of Pentacles, the idea that, if you've been spending too much, then you're keeping yourself from financial independence, whereas, kind of better judgment might help you make better kind of financial decisions, and you'd be surprised how much financial independence you can reach by just like making a better plan and making a budget. So I think there's a bit of a double meaning there, but let me grab this Fool. Let's see what else we have. Modern Witch. Reverse Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands typically brings this need, and that's another fire sign card too, but it's kind of bringing this need to stick up for yourself. And I'm sensing here maybe there's the need to kind of drop your defenses, to just let so many more things kind of flow into your life. And sometimes when we protect ourselves from the bad stuff, we protect ourselves from the good stuff too. And just because you're not constantly defending yourself doesn't mean that you are constantly vulnerable. And even when we have our guards up, we are more vulnerable than we think. So it's kind of allowing you to breathe on this journey and know that, you don't have to mistrust. You don't have to always be on guard for attack, because really there is no external enemy at all. It's only in our minds. We can often find that we are our own sort of enemy before anyone else, just from being too hard on ourselves or self-sabotage and all that jazz. Let's see. Final tarot card. The World. How lovely. We got 3 major arcana cards there. So beautiful. That's the completion of the journey. And this is all the fixed signs: Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius, at all different corners to show really something pulled taut. And there you are in the middle. You've completed a whole journey. So this is you graduating to a new level. You're not, and even though, we went through a lot from that Fool, but you're not going to go back through the same karmic cycle that you went through before. This is something that's brand new. So you're leveling up, literally +1, because when you learn something. I don't know if you guys have seen Scott Pilgrim, but it's like Scott Pilgrim earned the power of self-respect. And those little things, your gameplay of life becomes different when you actually internalize something that you learn, because you're just on a new level. You don't make the same mistakes because you've learned better. And so that makes your whole life better. And this world card beckons some really good things coming, and just a new life cycle right in the middle of this fall time where we're already kind of letting old things die off and new things are just beginning to go into the life cycle, go into the ground. Yeah, there's some really good things coming up. Let's hit up these oracle cards. From our Halloween oracle, because every day's Halloween. Oh, ancestors. We've got the love and legacy of our DNA. Now it's important here, we can use the sides too if we can see that better. It's important here to realize that we have ancestors and we are ancestors. There's people that will be, here after us that use our guidance and will use our guidance after we pass on. And there's people that were here before us that we use as literally a stepping stone into this realm. So it's important to, even if you had toxic ancestors, it's important to remember the link of people who kind of danced you into this life and the people that you're dancing into this life with your own energy and your own decisions. It doesn't have to be your children, but it can be nieces, nephews, even just people who you impact in your life and give your word of wisdom and your guidance.